If Travis Kelce doesn't give Taylor Swift a ring, I'm coming for you by July. Coming for you. Like, what is that?
They were just at a wedding last night.
His cousin. And they looked adorable. Like,
So cute.
You don't need a big ring, and you can afford one, buddy. Go, go, go.
If you thought Travis and Taylor's love story was already rom-com material, just wait till you hear about their almost appearance at a wedding that had all the makings of a fan fiction dream. So picture this. Chicago Bears player Cole Kmet tied the knot with his sweetheart Emily Jaros in a wedding that's already Pinterest-worthy. Now enter Taylor and Travis, invited, hyped, but sadly MIA. The real kicker? They were supposed to sit at table 13. Yes, that number 13. Swifties know that's not just any table, it's basically the VIP lounge of the numerology world for Taylor. Need I remind you, she was born on the 13th. First album went gold in 13 weeks. This is legit Destiny-level stuff. The wedding planner behind the act, Ellie Natoli, took to her Instagram on Monday, casually dropping behind-the-scenes gems like the couple's elegant invite and even the color palette. Blue and yellow, in case you're wondering what colors to not wear next time you try to one-up Taylor. Fans naturally lost their collective minds. Socials exploded with people crying, congratulating, and of course, spiraling over the fact that they were invited as Taylor and Travis Kelce. Yup, the names were written together on the leaked seating chart. Meanwhile, Tay and Trav were actually doing the most adorable third wheel thing at his cousin's wedding in Tennessee, literally swaying in their chairs while watching the newlyweds slow dance. Can't even blame them, that's peak cute couple behavior. Miss Blondie rocked a strapless floral mini dress that screamed Southern charm with a splash of billion-dollar pop empire. And let's talk about the hair. Those curls were bouncing, thriving, and clearly living their best life. One fan even tweeted that her curls had more personality than her ex. Burn! Travis, meanwhile, channeled rustic chic in a black and white tweed shirt and brown pants like he was modeling for Farmers Only Designer Edition. The shirt was unbuttoned just enough to show off a gold chain peeking through, because when he's giving country realness, he never forgets the drip. And no surprise, fan pages went nuts again. The Swifties and the football bros formed a rare online truce just to collectively freak out. Someone even bragged that their friend's cousin had the honor of breathing the same air as Taylor. That post alone got over 10,000 likes and a comment thread that's turned into a full-on stan war. Goals, absolute goals. And speaking of adorable moments that'll make you spontaneously combust, Travis didn't waste a second lounging around post-wedding. Nope, our boy hit the golf course like he's training for the PGA Tour or trying to outrun all the wedding cake he inhaled. Spotted swinging clubs in South Carolina, he linked up with fellow tight end legend Greg Olsen, and yes, it was basically the Avengers of tight ends out there, minus the capes. Travis looked like he was living his best life out there, probably working off that reception buffet. He even flirted with the idea of retiring, but let's be real, this man is addicted to the spotlight, football, and probably Taylor's banana pancakes. Anywho, Tavis even posed for pics with the groom's sister Ashton, which of course went viral faster than a drunk uncle's dance video. Fan pages melted into puddles of OMG they're so in love, while one curious Swiftie wanted to know if Taylor caught the bouquet. She didn't, but you know she made it look like an aesthetic montage. A few days later, the glam parade continued. Taylor and Trav had full PDA dinner date in Palm Beach at a fancy pants spot where the napkins probably cost more than my rent. And just when you thought the Tavis PDA marathon had peaked, boom! In struts a 69-year-old Swiftie who unintentionally scored the golden ticket, a dinner table next to the king and queen of awe. So this Swiftie grandma, Pamela, just wanted a casual bite, maybe a spritzer and a gossip sesh with her gal pal. Next thing she knows, she's brushing elbows with literal pop royalty and her hunky touchdown machine. Apparently, Travis and Taylor were tucked away in the cozy corner of this ultra-posh James Beard-nominated restaurant. And let's be clear, they weren't hiding. They were giggling, sharing a menu, feeding each other bites like it was a Nicholas Sparks reboot, and serving up so many kisses that even the oysters blushed. Pamela, being the polite Midwestern icon she is, played it cool, for like 5 minutes. Then she walked past them like a seasoned pro and casually dropped the "I'm one of your oldest Swifties on the planet" line. Bold, iconic, and Taylor, she laughed like it was the best compliment she'd ever gotten. Even shook Pamela's hand and thanked her for the love about the Masters situation. Yup, Taylor's 6-year war for her OG tracks finally ended with her owning her music again. Cue fireworks, champagne, and Scooter Braun probably punching air. And as if it couldn't get more wholesome, Pamela turned to Travis and blessed him with some classic Chiefs fan energy. He apparently lit up, gave a firm handshake, and looked like he just won another ring. Meanwhile, insiders claim Trav's recent stat slump has people side-eyeing his extracurriculars, meaning red carpets and romance. But if love and paddle games are a crime, then lock him up because the man looks happier than ever. Also, let's be real. If having your NFL stats drop is the price for kissing Taylor Swift over a fancy cheese plate, most guys would sell their soul and their fantasy team. But apparently, some dudes are straight up writing prison fanfic and showing up to Tay's doorstep like it's an episode of You. Yep, Taylor just had to slap a restraining order on a guy who seriously believes she's the mother of his imaginary baby. We're talking full-blown Delulu behavior here, like Maury Povich levels of "you are not the father," except this dude skipped the paternity test and went straight to trespassing. Insiders say the guy, allegedly called Brian Jason Wagner, has been creeping around Taylor's LA property like it's an Airbnb he forgot to book. Apparently, he thinks he lives there, is dating her, and even photoshopped her address onto his driver's license like it's some kind of romantic passport. What kind of DIY fantasy are we running here? Taylor is dealing with unhinged ex-cons penning love letters from jail like it's The Notebook, prison edition. Her security team has been on high alert, especially after finding out that this same guy did time and used that solitude not to reflect on life, but to obsessively write Taylor Swift romance novels in his head. The judge, thankfully, did the only sane thing and granted a restraining order until June 30th, giving Tay at least a couple weeks of breathing room before Wagner probably tries to manifest their next date with a vision board and a court summons. Meanwhile, Trav's been tightening security around his Kansas City mansion too, because apparently being rich, famous, and dating Taylor now comes with a side of stalkers and unsolicited drama. Sources say he's not taking any chances, especially after that whole mess last year when someone tried to crash Taylor's tour stop in Germany like it was Coachella. Travis may not catch every pass on the field these days, but off it, he's got full blitz protection mode on for Queen Taylor. Though now she's wondering if she's dating a tight end or a robot with a protein shake. Yep, insiders say Taylor's getting a little over the whole eat, lift, sleep, repeat vibe that's taken over Travis's life lately. Apparently, the man's become a walking Fitbit. Early to bed, early to rise, and somewhere between, he's probably counting macros like his next Super Bowl depends on it. Sources claim the romance that once screamed glitzy red carpets and rooftop cocktails now smells suspiciously like pre-workout powder and grilled chicken. Tay tried to play along. She even flew down to Florida for what was supposed to be a romantic escape. But instead of beach strolls and pina coladas, she got 6 a.m. alarms, a sweaty boyfriend on two-a-days, and a strict no-dessert policy. Romance, baby! Now don't get it twisted, she's still rooting for her man. But come on, you can't expect the Queen of Midnights to be lights out by 9 p.m. She's used to champagne problems, not casein protein before bed problems. Word is, Taylor's missing the sparkle of their whirlwind days, those spontaneous date nights, hand-holding at award shows, and, fun. Meanwhile, Trav's locked in like it's his final shot at glory. One insider said he's treating this upcoming season like a redemption arc from an emotional sports documentary. There's pressure, expectations, and zero time for impromptu yacht parties. Taylor, bless her sparkly heart, is trying to vibe with this football monk lifestyle, but let's be real, glam girl meets grind guy isn't exactly a chill rom-com setup. So yeah, while Taylor's sipping herbal tea and wondering where her man swapped fun for foam rollers, the rest of us are just watching to see whether love can survive in a world where leg day comes before date night. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.